Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are checking out the short film called Joker's Wild. This is one that many of you have recommended to us, so I'm excited to check it out.
I have no idea what to expect, but I'm ready, willing, and able to expect the unexpected.
Yeah, you guys have absolutely been hitting grand slams or left and right with your recommendations, so I'm pumped for this one.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what these folks are going to bring to us with this Joker. Let's go! So David is the Terrifier, if I understand correctly. Which, folks, this is Terrifier is on the list, and thank you, Aaron, for giving us permission to react to this short film.
Nice.
Like the title card.
Oh, look at the ha-ha.
Robin. Robin. Oh, are they gonna do... Oh, shit. Are they gonna do it?
Yep. There, it's what, killing in the family?
Oh, he is all beat up.
I could see everything that was on the floor. They just got that slight blur.
Oh.
Ooh, see his neck? Yeah.
Wow, he's pumping him full of something.
Whoa!
Jay Leno.
Nice.
Hiya, Jay. Oh, I'm sorry I'm so sleepy. I've been trying so very hard to stay alive for you, but I'm just so very tired out.
Rob! It's rude not to look at me when I'm talking to you. About you. With you.
Woo!
Whoa! Look at you. I beat you so senseless, you seem stars. Hey, bud. Ooh, you're not looking so good. You see what I'm seeing? Your totes my goats agree. But unfortunately, I don't have any mirrors for obvious reasons. So, take agenda.
Oh, he took his eye.
Oh, yeah, that's his right eye. Oh, no.
I get my right eye.
Oh, I ain't got nobody. Hey, bud boy, we're finally seeing eye to eye.
Oh, shit.
This shit just got dark.
Well, that was disappointing. And more than a little sad. You know, you and I have never really met until now. You know, I am just feeling incredibly close with you. You know, I feel like I can share a little bit of me with you.
A little bit of me.
Rude. Kids today, no respect, I tell you what.
Oh, I thought he was going to give it to him.
No. I need something to get the point across. Alright, let's see here. Where did I get all these wonderful toys?
Yeah!
Screw that. Too medieval.
I took out his eye, but this is too medieval.
Ooh. Now this could be fun for later. Let's just keep that. Oh, there we go.
Switch. Let's go old school.
Shiny and to the point.
That's
I was saying.
That's one way to get someone's attention. This is some dark shit.
Jeez Louise, what is it with you people? You know what we need? Some happy little tunes to help me with my work. Now let's see.
Is it going to be Prince?
Oh my God.
Oh God. That'd be great if they got the rights or license.
Let's see here.
Ooh.
Now this is my jam.
Hey, that's kind of almost like the boombox, though.
Yeah.
Now
So far, I gotta say, kudos on makeup and design.
2 days. No light in the sky.
No Batman yet.
Well, it looks like the Dark Knight of Vengeance isn't coming for you, Rob.
Dark Knight and Vengeance.
That has got a sting. But maybe being pals with someone who is so into revenge wasn't a good call. Let's give him something to revenge, shall we?
That right there almost looks like slightly like tones of Jack in the face. Oh, shit.
Hold still, because I need to loosen up that little tongue of yours, huh?
Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
Ah.
Straight up torture.
Oh.
Down, boy.
Is he going to cut his tongue out?
Oh, good sound design. He sure did.
Yep.
He sure did.
So, yeah, remember Reservoir Dogs? We're going to go harder than that.
Got your tongue.
Oh, the gargling.
Now tell me who you and Batsy really are. Because I may not be a doctor, clearly.
Guy can't
but
talk
I
jokes.
do make house calls.
Joker. Guy can't talk. Took his tongue.
That's what he's going to realize.
Ah, damn it!
Yep.
Secrets first, tongue after. How so stupid.
Well, that's probably what he wanted to do
I'll
anyway.
never know who Robin really is.
I like the change in the music.
Just kidding, Ace and J on Tay. But your secret is safe with me. And a homie like that. No care. Real talk. Hey, Rob. I got a little joke for you. I think it'll cheer you up a little bit. What kind of bar is Robin's least favorite? Wait for it. Ready? A crowbar! You'll get it one day. There we go. Oh, poor Yorick. I didn't really know him too well.
Put his eye in there.
I'm here all week, folks.
Got his suit back. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, looks like some of that vengeance everybody's talking about finally decided to come by and say hi.
Enough. It's over.
Now, Betsy, rein it in. For Robin's sake. Not in front of the child now.
Is he reaching for something by the chair? I can't really see.
No. Well,
They keep showing that shot.
well, they're showing
Will
Batman's feet.
spill his guts. So, it looks like it's up to me to do the heavy lifting. Oh, yikes! That looks serious.
Well, as Negan would say, you got no guts.
They're gonna be close to the famous comic shot. He's holding him.
Hey,
Oh,
bravo.
yeah.
Aaron, bravo. David, Joel, Hunter, Vanessa, Janelle, Chris,
Yeah.
all of you.
They really went for it.
Yep.
Wow, that was actually pretty fucking dark.
Yeah, that was,
They do a post credit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know. Wow, they had a lot of people working on this.
yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm sure they.
Thank you to every single one. I'll keep this up here for a second. Well, yeah, what you guys think?
Oh man, I thought it was definitely a very different yet somewhat similar take on Joker. And what I mean by that is I appreciate the Easter eggs that they had in there. A little callback to the Jack Nicholson, the Beautiful Toys reference. I liked that. I'm not a big comic book reader, so I don't know really any of the lore besides the movies with Batman as far as all that goes, and what I've seen from Joker is, of course, everything from the movies. But I think I would have liked to have seen the prosthetics on Joker maybe dialed back like 15%, just because I'm not going to say it took me out of it, but it almost makes you kind of fall into the, okay, is it kind of, I don't want to say supernatural, but is it something not of this world with Joker being what he is? And like I said, just it got that dial, just maybe dial it back 15%. And I loved it because I always like to see what the next kind of twist on the Joker is going to be. So I thought it was great. I loved the mannerisms, the voices, the speaking, the callbacks, all the lines that Joker had. I thought was great. Like I said, my only complaint, dial back the makeup work and the prosthetics about 15%, and I would have liked it. But this was dark. Anybody who's seen Reservoir Dogs is probably familiar with this type of scene, and they turned it up to 11 for sure. Like I said, I don't know much history about the comics, but this is definitely a maniacal, very psychotic Joker that, when you have the character like the Joker who's been done a number of different times, I think a lot of times actors always struggle with, okay, how do I put my spin on it? And I'm sure it was no different from Jack Nicholson to Heath Ledger to everybody, to Jared Leto, who played Joker. Like, they all all got to put their unique kind of spin on it. And I like this one because it was similar yet very different from the other Jokers that we had. So, I mean, I liked it. I mean, I feel weird saying that I liked it because it was basically, hey, we're going to torture Robin for 10 minutes, and it's going to be pretty disturbing. But in doing that, you create a vehicle to show what this new Joker is all about. So I thought it was great from that standpoint.
Well, and real quick, too, I feel like what they did with the makeup here is give it more of a horror touch.
Yeah.
Like, where,
I can see that.
And I'm not saying that, you know, Jack Nicholson's and Heath and, well, Jared Leto to me definitely didn't have any horror touch. But the other Jokers didn't have that. I feel like they kind of nailed more of a horror vibe to fit the demented Joker that we got out of this one, which was pretty brutal and dark compared to what we've
seems like
seen so far.
Yeah, like the cartoon
in
Joker
live
a
action.
little bit.
Well,
That's kind of what it looks like to me.
See, in the 70s when they didn't want any violence in any of the comic books, so that's when Joker became such the trickster and always got away. So then when they were able to get back into graphic novels, this was right from, it's called Batman: A Death in the Family, and it's where he does torture and take out Robin. And that's why I was
crowbar,
like,
I believe,
yeah,
right?
yeah, it is a crowbar,
Which was the
and
hint.
That's
here.
why that was that nice Easter egg where he's like a crowbar. You'll get that one because the iconic scene is you see the last one is where Batman is holding Robin like this, screaming no, like they did. Just they did their own spin on it. Yeah, I was gonna say other than the mask, and I see what you're saying there. They're going with the horror. They're going with the more of a like looking of the cartoon because they're making it more, you know,
real pronounced. With the chin and the nose.
But with me, what I'm wondering though with that is what was their budget? Because if their budget was, you know, whatever, you don't want to keep trying to like get that look. So you might want to film this in a day or two. So you're going to want to keep it simplistic so you can just put it right back on your face and be able to do the next scene. I know if they did this with a bigger budget, they would probably still have the bigger chin and stuff like that, but it wouldn't look as like masky this way. It would look like more natural or something like Nicholson or even with Heath with the scars. So that, other than the mask, I thought the mannerisms are great. I loved all the callbacks. I love the demented nature of Joker in it because when they took the handcuffs off and they started doing the graphic novels with Batman, he was demented. Well, spoilers, but he paralyzed, you know, Barbara Gordon. Joker did by shooting her in the back and the spine. That's why she became Oracle.
See that in an animated one.
Well, and then it's also in
maybe
Batman
we'll do the
Arkham.
animated series for the channel. So maybe.
I don't
we should. Yeah, maybe
I don't
we
know
should.
if it'd be in that stuff, but still, he was very demented when he could be. But you know, Batman would always just arrest him, and you know he would get away. But
it's because the Batmobile lost its wheel.
yeah, and the Joker got away. But so. I love the take on it, love the dementedness. He kept the comedy in, which Joker, even throughout his dementedness, always does because he's schizophrenic. So this. I thought there was a great spin on it. Just same with you with the mask. Otherwise,
but in fairness,
and like I
to
said,
what they did with the mask, though, it's jarring. It's a little not jarring. You kind of focus on what could be negative on it right away, but like a minute or two, and at least for me. That got pushed aside, and I got focused in on what the character was doing. And then I actually started getting lost in like, man, they really got nailed the horror of the Joker here, making him look really extra creepy.
Well, Andy was tall and skinny, which he's always been. And well, maybe not tall, but he's always been real lanky and skinnier. Whereas, you know, Jack was a little bit thicker, so was Heath. So this was more of a callback to that as well.
Yeah, and just, you know, for the record, I do like the mask and everything. I would have just dialed it back like 15%.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, the thing that I really appreciated about this being a short film is that you get a brand new take, or not necessarily a brand new take, but a very creative take on the Joker. But they give it to you in a small enough package where you can kind of, it's almost like a test drive, right? Like, is this something that people would be into? Because obviously he has some visual characteristics that are similar to the comics that I remember. Obviously, most similar to Jack Nicholson's Joker, but very unique with the prosthetics, with the nose. With the hairline, the nose, the prosthetics, I think it's meant to be, and apologies if this goes without saying, I think it's meant to be the person who is the Joker is wearing something with he's purposely putting on his prosthetic and stuff like that. I never took this as this is somebody whose facial structures are as such. I took this as this is somebody who's well. If you look at the hairline, it looks like the hairline of a mask. And look, if somebody was this mentally deranged, for them to put on a mask, do their makeup, and do that, that's how I took this.
Yeah, I can see that.
With the Joker that Jack Nicholson played, he made it. This is that was supposed to be his facial structure. When I see this, I think they went prom enough with the jaw and the nose and the eyebrows, and then especially, again, the hairline. We have it paused here on a hairline scene where it looks to me as if it was some sort of, again, supposed to be a mask or a prosthetic. And somebody who's as obviously mentally deranged as this person is, would that be that far-fetched that they would want to put on a mask? And I say, absolutely not. Now, it's an interesting thing over the years as far as the Batman that we've gotten in cinema, in versions of the Joker. They've gotten a lot darker, right? And it makes sense because, Answer was talking about how in the comics they wanted to avoid violence. The first handful of Batman films, including in the Joker and the follow-ups, all still felt a little bit comic-y. It wasn't until we got Christian Bale that they got a little bit more serious. I actually haven't seen any of the Jared Leto stuff. Jared Leto, excuse me. But of course, they went, they went darker with the latest, Batman films with Robert Pattinson. Of course, we didn't see, the Joker until the very end, but it looked the Joker we got at the end of that was very, very demented.
Yeah, it looked disfigured.
Right. And so I think that went along these lines. Again, very, very dark. So if something like this were to ever be put into a feature-length film, I'm wondering how it would be received by audiences as a whole. But as far as showing somebody who is very villainous, who's very maniacal, who's mentally ill and very, very evil, I think they did a great job with that. Again, sometimes this was pretty aggressive violence. He lost an eye, cut out his tongue, disemboweled him right in front of Batman.
And by the way, that Batman scream was pretty intense. There, top notch,
incredibly intense. But is that? It might be far-fetched for what we've been given before for the Joker, but is that far-fetched for somebody who is in the mental state that they're portraying, somebody who's very evil? And I say no. So for me, this was very, very creative, a little aggressive. Most of my reaction was going, I can handle a level of violence, but this was pushing boundaries. I'm not sure, if you're going to get an R rating, if this sort of content would be throughout the whole sequence of the film. But again, this feels like, of course, the Joker taking out Robin, this feels like it would be a very pivotal moment if it was a full-length film. But again, a very creative take on the Joker, and dark, but I like it.
Yeah, I mean, it left me wanting more, I guess is the best compliment I can give it. Like I had written down that I wish there was a little bit more lighting so I could see more of the Joker and pick apart like his costume, what he was wearing. I wanted to see his jacket a little bit more, what was written on it. So it left me wanting more, which I'm sure is the goal of it. So it definitely achieved that.
Yeah, with some of the papers on the ground when they were doing that overhead shot just before Joker came into frame, I am curious to see what some of that is. I know they did it on purpose, just to kind of, give it a little bit of flair so the focus is on Robin. But I'm actually glad that they only showed Batman's feet and then basically from the back of Batman. They never gave us any face or I should say front view of Batman, which is kind of cool because this was, again, centered around Rob, and Joker. And again, folks, we haven't seen at the time of this recording any of the Terrifiers. So now I'm actually kind of excited for when we do get to the Terrifiers, knowing that the lead actor is this guy.
That's going to be amazing, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And Aaron, if you do end up seeing this, was that boombox meant to be kind of like a little tip of the hat to the '89 Batman when they had... Joker had his boombox. I know it was much bigger there, but this had a little smaller, but it looked kind of like a little tip of the hat to Batman '89.
It was smart to do all those little tips of the hat with anything you said, because you have the boombox, you have the crowbar, you had where he's like vengeance. He called him the Dork Knight. So using Dark Knight, using vengeance, like using all his nicknames, and then even the boom boxes. And I mean, there could have even been a cassette that was the Prince cassette or the motion picture that he just threw as a throwaway gag to maybe them, but it'd still be, cool to see.
Yeah, because I want to shout out the amount of work that the
you guys had
the
a crew on
individual
this.
who did the costume work on here for, again, obviously these type of things don't have a very big budget, but you can see the amount of effort that was put into like every detail on Joker's jacket. And I just really appreciate that stuff. I appreciate the fine details in costume design. It makes such a difference.
Yeah, you could tell this was like made from the heart, and this was just like everyone put their soul into it because the set dressing was amazing, their costumes amazing, and then the acting was icing on the cake.
That's what I like about the short films. Like you were saying, Dave, they can just drop you into the world and get you started because you know who the characters are, you know what the story is, you may even know what's going to happen here, and it's okay. How is this going to play out? How are they going to present it to me? And this was just
like that Viking Wolverine one that we watched too was amazingly done. So never ceases to amaze me what people can do.
Yeah, I'm left wanting to see this Joker and how they handle how he would handle himself outside of situations like this. Like how would you handle yourself talking to a group and talking to Batman and going about the other things that a criminal of that sort would do. Yeah, it's like, okay, now show me this character outside of that like very torturous setting, and let me let me dive a little bit further into what this particular version of the Joker is all about.
So here's your costume designer, Quinn. Aaron?
Okay, Aaron Camacho, and is that
Tatiana
Lucho. Yeah. Apologies if we
sorry,
butchered your name, but excellent work.
You deserve credit. Obviously.
And again, set designed by John Helgren. And
Chris
shout out to everyone else. Yeah, shout out to everyone that had a hand in this because for 12 minutes, considering I personally only seen this in an animated film of Joker doing something to Robin, and then of course what you just mentioned. That's as much as I've seen. So if there is another adaptation live, I just don't know about Joker doing this. But this was a decent little piece there. And I'm curious to know what you folks wanted. Would you want to see like a horror style version of the Joker? That's what kind of, again, I keep going back to the horror. And it's not just because I know David plays Terrifier. I mean, that has a slight bit to do with it. But again, the way they did it here, I mean, they went... The guy lost his eye, got his guts spilled on the floor, and lost the tongue. They went kind of balls to the wall with that. So I can only imagine. And I'm not saying I need a total gore fest.
Right.
I just wouldn't mind seeing like a horror-ish version someday.
It's just that you knew that he was going to torture him, so you have to see what is Joker going to be capable of. Because I thought it was a great reveal too that. He moved the star is covering it blindfold, and
bandage.
His eye is gone. But hopefully,
well done, y'all.
This was amazing work done by each and every individual involved in this production. Hopefully, if you're watching this, you enjoyed it as much as we did, because I think we all did. So for Al,
folks, share the video. Share our video, but share their video. Get them views. Check out their Joker Wild page. Everything will be in the pinned comment and description for them if you're curious to learn more about Joker's Wild. So thank you again, Aaron, for giving us permission.
All right. Thank you once again. So for Appleton Oak, Diamond Dave, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, the answer. Good night, pals.